Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Breaking news, Happy New Year to you all. Spurs win 1-0 away to Watford and close the gap on the top four. And in breaking, earth-shattering news, 100,000 subscribers to the best channel out there, We Are Tottenham TV. Phil, not a bad day at the office, eh?
Well, this is my first time in here, first time with you, and what a day.
We got 100% record.
100% record.
100% record, 100,000 subscribers.
With probably our latest goal in history. Must be Ajax territory, 90 plus 6. But
there you go.
90 plus 6 or the first minute. 1-0's 1-0.
So let's break this down. Let's have a quick post-match reaction. So what do we think? Let's talk first half first. What do you think of the first half?
Yeah, I thought the first half was good. I thought we came out with intent. We dominated the ball. I thought Emerson had a great half. It felt that we were a little bit lacking kind of up front more than anything. Balls were coming into the right area, but we just weren't clinical enough. We didn't create sort of too much, but it was comfortable. There was no real challenge from Watford. We were on the front foot.
So, I mean, like I said, I didn't get to see the Southampton game, but as you were saying, it was very much like Southampton in the first half, really, wasn't it? It was just we had the possession and it just wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, there was no. We weren't sat there going, "Oh yeah, there were some clear-cut chances, a couple of half chances. Reguilon had a good chance, but nothing that you were like, this game's in the bag." There was nothing Tottenham like where you could go, "This is all over." Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
And your standout player for the first half, Emerson?
Emerson Royale, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Watford had those couple of P-rollers, didn't they?
Yeah.
And one of the things I can't believe is how far forward we were the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, there was times where you had Dyer sort of just outside the centre circle, and he was the furthest player back. But you've seen it where all 10 outfield players were in the final third.
Exactly, and then Watford, to their credit, we just couldn't break them down. They were very, very well organised, and there was I can't remember. I think Harry Kane had that shot that just went wide in the first half.
Reguilon had the left foot right across the goal.
Yep, that's correct. That's correct. And I think that was basically the best parts of the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, half chance from Højbjerg that kind of went over, but nothing you were sort of sat there thinking, yeah, it's coming. It was just okay.
There you go. And then on to the second half, which was quite a painful watch. In all honesty, it was same old, same old. We just couldn't break them down and didn't see any real sign of intent, did we?
No. And there was, the first sort of 5-10 minutes, you almost had Watford definitely in the ascendancy, and it's like we just couldn't get hold of the game. And then we started to get back into the game, but again, just didn't really create anything. I suppose there was the penalty call on Dyer, which maybe on another day would have been given, but again, it wasn't. So you're still at 0-0.
Exactly. And then one thing I do want to mention with the second half, it looks like finally we have a manager that's making substitutions at pivotal moments at the right time, because we are adjusting to these substitutions being made. The team, right near the end before the goal, let's just talk, it looked like we were getting a bit more closer to goal and things were going to happen. And then obviously we had that moment, but the subs are definitely playing their part, aren't they?
Yeah. And you and I both said we'd have taken Son off, and following that, Son had a great ball came over from Mora that he had, a volley. Again, you could be harsh and say he should have done better, but it's kind of coming over your back. It's a difficult one.
Yep.
Again, it was a shot on target, and it showed the state of intent. But Lo Celso, a couple of touches when he came on. Certainly didn't have enough time to show us sort of what he's about. But there was one sort of down the right-hand side where he kind of took it around the player, went the other way, and then just dribbled with the ball, which potentially is what you need, because you need someone who's going to do something different in that middle, because we're not going to pass around sides anymore. Exactly.
And again, talking another side, Harry Winks came on and done a few little bits, didn't he?
Yeah. Those two big challenges where we lost the ball and he went full 100% into that challenge. Then Ben Davies did, and there was the nerve-wracking bit where you're like, please don't go, but it didn't, and it came off. But it was like they just, if you look at them all celebrating at the end, there's a proper team spirit there now.
Yeah, I mean, you can see when I was at Palace, when they scored the third goal, they're all doing their celebrations together. There seems to be a unity, and Conte is most certainly bringing it. But now, obviously, a lot of that team, the starting team, you would imagine would play against Chelsea, wouldn't you? You think, and now do you reckon they've got enough time to rest and recuperate? I can't remember if we played Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. So they've got that extra day.
the problem comes from, as we go back to when we first, is, you know, outside of that first 11, there's not really anyone that you're thinking, who am I going to bring in? Maybe Sessegnon, if he's fit, could come in for Reguilon. I wouldn't consider Doherty.
No.
So you're like, your change is potentially a Harry Winks to start, but again, which one of the two do you drop? And, you know, it's whether you do something. But again, I can't see him taking Son or Moore out for a big game like that.
You can't. And do you know what? Like you said, we've got that away victory.
Yeah.
Very, very hard fought. Do you think a hard fought away victory does a lot more for team confidence than if we'd gone there and just smashed them 3 or 4-0?
Yeah, without a doubt, because, you know, we were predicting before 2 or 3, then maybe sort of take it easy, but they couldn't do that. They had to do it till 98th minute, and they're still having to go, and that's when we got the breakthrough, and it's like, it was definitely hard fought. But there's no easy games in the Premier League, certainly when you go away from home, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, completely. It's brilliant to have that confidence that we can see things out in the last minute, going into the next 3 important games, which are Chelsea and the Filth. This would be fantastic for their confidence. It looks like there's a real buzz around the place, and we will have to wait and see for Chelsea now. But who would you say would be your man of the match?
I'm gonna. Do you know what? Royale, closely followed by Sanchez. I think Royale. He just got into lots of space. He had a couple of good touches early on, but his crosses, whilst they didn't find anyone, they were going into the danger areas, and that's where you need to put the ball. So I would say, yeah.
So Emerson followed by Sanchez. You know what? I think I'm finding it. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I don't think there was like a standout performance, but I think just because he did make a couple of great tackles, and because he got that goal, and because I've been on his bandwagon for a little while, I am going to say Davinson Sanchez.
You've got to give credit where it's due. You know, we know full well we've all slated him. We'd have sold him in the summer in a heartbeat. Whereas now you're like, ooh, maybe there is a player. But again, I go back to what I said earlier. It's like you've got one of the best coaches in the world. So if anyone's going to make him a better player, it's going to be Antonio. Exactly.
Well, now we just got to hope this best manager in the world gets the backing he needs, because I think it clearly shows there we need some depth. We knew it before the game, but we need the creativity. Ndombele didn't come on, did he?
No, and by the looks of it, didn't even get a look in. So I think, you know, whilst I think Stelios was saying earlier, it's like, you know, will they announce who's likely to go? And you're like, I don't think they will, but I think that speaks volumes.
Yeah, a lot of people said if he doesn't get on the pitch, it pretty much spells end of, and it looks like his end days. Ndombele could be coming off the books. Dele didn't even get a look in.
No.
And like we said, Harry Winks has taken his position again. So there we have it. We have 3 points, an away win, going into a busy week of football. And this great channel hits 100,000 subscribers.
That's right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. So, guys, we're going to leave you there right now. We'd love to hear your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We will be back with the fan show very, very shortly. Like, subscribe and share, and as always, come on you Spurs.